The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Watch out, watch out. Come on. Sunday. Wait. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Levante David in on the tackle. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Strip that ball.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Jones. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones's rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Push him back. Push him back. Let's go.
Winston. That's caught by Howard. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
5 on 50. 5 on 50. 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Easy.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Jones. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the three, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Buccaneers 7, Giants nothing.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Let's go.
Off the play fake, Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jameis to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Jones, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Hey, my 7. There. Check. Lucky. Let's go.
Jones now on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Wait. Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. I got it.
Winston now from the 50. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 34. They go play action. Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones flushed out right. He's got a man complete. Give him 32 on the play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Bucs' 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones, and the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there, but how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. This will be fielded at the 17. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. First throw now for the backup Manning. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And some room to work. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Riley Dixon now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26.
Shotgun now for Manning. They will find Davis. That's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage.
We got this.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tackles.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Winston now. Jones has it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. To throw is Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Gay's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened
there.
there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Gain of 7. First down, Giants.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Rock it. Rip right. Tight dog. Deep river.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Manning. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone now, Manning. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Manning. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. From the gun, it's Manning. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Rosas' kick is good. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
What we got?
Again, it's Jones. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check, 59. Ready? Let's go.
Play fake. Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Winston connected with Howard, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
It's a game of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage, That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Giants on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
From the gun, Manning. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Manning now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards and a Giant first down. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
Come on, set. Go. 60 out, go.
First down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return, it's Tate. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Tight down. There you go.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Giants on a pickup at 14. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Saquon Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and they were really helped by their defense turnovers.